And I want to tell you something tonight, ladies and gentlemen. If I could have painted a picture in May of 2014 of where I wanted to be the second to last week of October, it couldn't have been this pretty. And that's because of all of you and all of your support. We filmed our commercials, we taped our radio stuff, and we were challenged. What message did we want to send? Who we wanted to send it? And there's one special person here today that I want to introduce you to. A lady who I met by happen chance, thanks to a lady named Katrina. In 2005, Miss Jerry Brumley was introduced to me, walked into the Acadian Dome with nothing. Absolutely nothing. And about 2 weeks ago, she did a radio commercial for me. And when you're going to hear it on the radio, you're going to hear how powerful and how sincere she is about what we did there. Miss Jerry, would you and your daughter come up with just 1 minute? These two beautiful people. These two beautiful people right here, ladies and gentlemen, came on a bus, were plucked off rooftops in New Orleans, had nothing. They now live in a Habitat home off of North Pierce. And when she saw the first poster for Kip Judice for City Marshal, Miss Jerry came to the campaign headquarters and said, I want to help you. And it's probably the most touching support I've gotten in this entire campaign, because she is so sincere, she is so honest. I'll tell you that when about 2 months into the shelter, the mayor of New Orleans decided to come down and visit. And Miss Jerry could not believe that 60 days had gone by and no one from that city had checked on her, on none of those citizens that were in there. And I had to physically hold this woman back from beating up the mayor of New Orleans. She says in the commercial I made her feel safe, but you know what? I think the mayor was a little scared too, Miss Jerry. Miss Jerry, I wanted you to know how humbled I was that you're supporting me. When we met Calvary was 11 years old, and she's a young lady attending McNeese University, and we're so proud of her. So I certainly want to acknowledge your presence here today, because again, a lot of people here have done a lot for me. There are people here that have wrote checks. There are people here who walk door to door. There are people here who cooked meals for me, served meals for me. But nothing has touched me more than you coming to our campaign headquarters and saying, I want you to be the next city marshal, Miss Jerry. Thank you so very much. So when I announced it on June 17th, we talked about the diversity issue in the city marshal's office. We talked about spending a lot of money going to get people out of state and bringing them back to collect small amounts of fines. We talked about many issues that I think that were very, very critical to everyone in this city. And we've got to do a better job. And I promised I would. We've had 4 debates. 4 debates. Of one of the 4, one of the candidates had to leave early and couldn't complete the debate. But through all 4, I want you all to know I am the only candidate that offered a plan for the future. The other 3 continue to talk about what they've done in the past. No plan for the future. No one else has promised to have an African American on his staff. No one else has said that they will spend your money more wisely in terms of bringing people back and buying guns we don't need. And I want to clarify a couple of things about that. With regards to the extraditions, in 2012, we spent $170,000 bringing prisoners back from other states to Louisiana. In some of those cases, ladies and gentlemen, they get into the courtroom and we find out that the case is no good. The witnesses are no longer available. And so we just have to tell the guy, go away, your case is dismissed. After we spend $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 bringing them back, that's not acceptable. We're going to do a better job than that. In reference to the weapons, I get phone calls saying, what's an unnecessary weapon in a police force? Well, let me tell you something. The city marshal's primary responsibility is misdemeanor offenders and traffic offenses. 2 years ago, he bought a $5,000 sniper rifle. Exactly who are we going to snipe? The speeder or the shoplifter? I don't know, but it's unnecessary. And we're not going to waste your money on that. We're going to do a better job for you. There's just too much protocol that goes with a sniper rifle. You've got to have an intelligence unit. You've got to have some people. Before anyone gives the green light to snipe someone from 100 yards away, we better really know what we're doing. And unfortunately, they don't have the resources to do it. I think that a lot of people in the city do not know that the city marshal owns the only car that I can find in the state of Louisiana that has more equipment on it, police equipment, lights, sirens, guns and compartments, than the car is worth. It's absolutely ludicrous. And the problem is he doesn't say we're going to change. He's asking for 6 more years of no more African-American employees in the office, going to continue to spend your money crazy. Matter of fact, he went to the legislature and doubled his revenue starting this year. As opposed to $15 a fine, he now makes $30 a fine. He's going to go back and get 60 if he can. We need to elect a person who is going to be fiscally responsible, who is going to be committed to diversity in the workplace, who is going to take away the nepotism issues in that office, and treat the office the way it's supposed to be treated, your office. And I'm willing to do that, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate that. Thank you. So here we are, 2 weeks out. 2 weeks out. I really need you to do a couple of things for me. I need each and every one of you to pick up the phone and call somebody. And tell them, listen, I've heard Kip. Kip has a plan. Kip's going to do a good job for us. Kip's a good guy. Ask them to support me as well. And before you hang up the phone, ask them to call a friend and share that message also. We need to multiply these numbers, ladies and gentlemen. The information we have right now is that we are solid. We are solid. We're going to make a runoff. The polls are pretty positive for us. But listen, we can't sleep on this thing by no stretch of the imagination. By no set of examples can we just sit back and go and think this thing's going to happen. I've got to work harder the next 2 weeks than I've worked all of the first 30 weeks. And you know what? I'm committed to doing that for you. All the citizens of Lafayette. I will do that. Now, I do need to make a couple more thank yous. You know, Sheriff Pouillon did mention that we need to thank God, and it is. God gave us beautiful weather. God gave me this opportunity to stand in front of you today. And I certainly want to say thank you to God. I'm a Catholic, and I believe in faith first. And, you know, Rev, we've come this far by faith. I believe that. So we're going to continue to move forward with faith, and it's a very important part of what we're doing today. I couldn't be here without my family. My lovely wife, Susan, my 2 daughters, Emily and Brandon. I told you all a while ago I couldn't, if I'd wanted to paint a picture, it couldn't have been any prettier than what we're seeing right now. But let me tell you something, I have the most beautiful family in the world, and I certainly appreciate that. I have several of my brothers and sisters there over to the right of the stage, and I want to thank them because they have given up a bunch of their time. Their spouses, their girlfriends, they have done more for me than I can ever say.
Yes, we have.
I need to thank the cooks, Uncle Rudy's Kitchen, Dwight Grove, Joe Malonzo, that whole crew working in the back. I hear the food's very good. We're going to try it in a minute, but I hear the food is good, and I want to thank them. All of our helpers here serving, Ms. Kip Judice, Kip Judice, Angela Bro, all this crew back here, I certainly do appreciate their help. The people helping with the beer in the back as well, thank y'all very much. I do want y'all to know a couple of more things with regards to where we're at in this election cycle. Starting tomorrow, early voting starts. It is 8:30 in the morning till 6 o'clock every day for the next 7 days, excluding Sunday. So we have 6 days to get people to the polls, from 8:30 in the morning till 6 at night. We will have transportation available in some way, shape, or form. If that's a problem, we will work with you to try to get it. I want to make sure that nobody loses their opportunity to vote in this election. And I've said this once and I'll say it again. If 100% of Lafayette goes and votes, and I lose, we still win, ladies and gentlemen. It's about getting their right to vote across. So I certainly want to make sure that everyone who needs to cast a vote gets there, and let's encourage them to do that. So the course of the next 6 days are very important to me. We will have meals at the campaign headquarters through the course of this week. So if someone wants to come by and meet me, say hello, I'd love to introduce myself and share my platform with them, so that before they go vote, they're informed. And I would love that opportunity. So if y'all know someone that wants to vote early and they want to come by, give us a call and let us know. I certainly want to make sure that everyone here tonight leaves with plenty of food. If you need more, they've got plenty of shrimp back here, so get yourself something to eat, whatever you need to drink. And again, I want to thank each and every one of y'all for your time out of your busy schedules to come out and spend some time with me and hear our message. And as we carry forward to November the 4th, know this again. I will be the most humbled person by the fact that each one of you took time to support me than anything you will ever know. And I look forward to delivering my victory message on November 4th. We will be at the Shriners Club on Gilbo Road for our victory party. And I look forward to seeing all of you there as we raise our hands in victory. And thank you all very much. I appreciate it.